guys, Leroy Jarvis here, Cabo Cribs Real Estate in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. I want to tell you guys the reasons I moved to Cabo San Lucas, why I chose Cabo, and my experience moving to Mexico from Canada 14 years ago. First of all, why did I choose Cabo San Lucas over anywhere else in Mexico? The main reason was geographically, because it was kind of close to Vancouver, me being from Vancouver. It was really easy for me to get to Cabo back and forth from Vancouver. But, real close second to that was the weather. I mean, gosh, Cabo San Lucas literally has the best weather in the world. 355 days of desert dry sunshine. It's always sunny in Cabo San Lucas. For any of you who have been to Cabo or enjoy Cabo, you'll agree with me there. There's no humidity. It's in a desert, but strangely enough, we've got an ocean and a sea. We got water all around us. We're super isolated, but we've got this desert dry, 355 days of sunshine. So those were the two main reasons I moved to Cabo San Lucas. The economy was also part of the reasons why I moved to Cabo San Lucas, or Mexico in general. Mexico is becoming an economic superpower, and it will be within the next 5 to 10 years. Factories in China are moving their factories to Mexico, and they're producing basically all the goods and whatnot all of North America and South America use. They're creating everything and building everything right in Mexico. So all these Chinese companies, Korean, all the Asian companies are moving to Mexico just because it's going to be a lot easier to build all the things that we use here in-house, basically. I mean, we're talking big automotive companies, Tesla building their gigafactories in Mexico. It's really quite something. The GDP in Mexico is just skyrocketing, and it makes me feel a little ashamed because they're killing Canada even. Let's get to some more reasons here. The real estate market here is absolutely booming, especially in Cabo San Lucas. It is the most expensive place in Cabo to buy real estate, but you get what you pay for. You're going to be rubbing shoulders with the right types of people, if you know what I mean. Cancun, Tulum, they have very inexpensive real estate. Cheap, I want to call it even. People aren't buying it to live there. They're buying it as an investment. And if everybody's buying for investment, you've got all these thousands and thousands of units that you can't rent, and you got to rent them for nothing. Cabo San Lucas, this is a place of luxury. This is a place of money. People here buy their homes here, huge homes. I mean, a $10 million home in Cabo San Lucas is a normal thing. I don't even think Tulum or Cancun has anything worth $10 million. I mean, $1 million home there would be a stretch. 2 million, real stretch. People want to be in Cabo San Lucas 6 to 10 months out of the year. This is where we're moving. This is where the intelligent, smart, discerning buyers are coming. Rental market is amazing too. The rentals here, you own a rental home, you're getting big bucks for it because there aren't many rental homes. Rich people don't want to rent their homes out, so they don't need to, right? So if you want to buy an investment home here, it's going to cost you more money, but you're going to make a lot more money on it. You're going to get a higher level of client in there as well that aren't going to be kicking the place apart and, kicking holes in the doors. Not that it couldn't happen, but you know what I mean? So much higher pedigree in Cabo San Lucas, way more money. You go out to either of our airports, which we have 2 international airports. Places are full of private jets. I'm talking 36 passenger, geez, it's pretty incredible. And these are my clients. So I love you guys. Thank you for choosing Cabo. Affordability, affordability is on everything, on every day-to-day items. A lot of things are the same. Groceries, some groceries are the same. But if you go outside of the grocery stores where all the gringos are shopping, you go out to the grocery stores where the Mexicans are going, the prices are half. We have got so much organic vegetables around us. We are on organic peninsula. There are no bugs in Cabo San Lucas, very few mosquitoes, nothing that's going to eat the plants. So you're eating true organic vegetables, and there are little markets all over the place to get your vegetables for the week that are organic and a quarter of the price. Like a organic head of lettuce would be like $1, 50 cents even. Here in Canada, it's like $4 or $5. It's crazy. And it's shit. Your lifestyle is going to increase in Cabo San Lucas. If you want a great lifestyle, come to Cabo. Does a great lifestyle cost? Of course it does, but it's worth it in the end. The real estate market is absolutely booming in Cabo San Lucas. Something that I've never seen before, probably because it's starting to catch on. When I moved to Cabo 14 years ago, it was very quiet. There was 2 handfuls of resorts. I loved it and I knew it. The very first time I went there 18 years ago, I knew it. I was like, man, this is a special place. Like, the weather is amazing. It's always warm. It's always sunny. And there are like beaches everywhere, and people don't know. People think, oh, Cabo's got no swimmable beaches. They got one or two, and and they're always packed. There are beaches everywhere that you guys don't know of. And by living in Cabo San Lucas, you find out where all these little secret beaches are, and you drive there. Cabo is super safe. You can go anywhere. You can camp on any beach. You'll never get disturbed. You'll just be greeted by happy Mexicans that love you. You can spend your US dollars in Cabo San Lucas. Baja California is one of the only states, or is the only state, where the American dollar is recognized. You can buy real estate in Cabo San Lucas for US dollars. The prices in Tulum are not in US dollars. The prices in Puerto Vallarta are not in US dollars. You can't buy property anywhere. I mean, you could probably pay in US dollars, but they're not advertised in US dollars in other places in Mexico. Affordability of everything, again, the real estate, it's more expensive for real estate, but like I said, you get what you pay for. But even though $1 million in Canada will get you a very average home, Canada is one of the most expensive markets in the world. They're so out of whack with what people make and how much homes are. Cabo San Lucas, 250, 300 grand will get you a 3-bedroom house in a gated community. It'll either have a pool, or it'll have a clubhouse with a pool with security. I mean, where are you going to find that? I mean, 1-bedroom condos are 300 grand here in Canada. Safety is so good in Cabo San Lucas. I find it hilarious when people pop their heads in my office, and they're from Detroit or Chicago. Is it safe here in Cabo? It's their first time, obviously. Then I ask them where they're from. I'm like, man, you guys are gonna do okay here in Cabo if you're scared about your safety. In all of Mexico, it's such a incorrect thinking process that Mexico is dangerous. It might be made dangerous for Mexicans that are dealing drugs. Yeah, for sure. There's lots of murders in there, but Google it. How many Americans and Canadians are murdered in Mexico every year? A couple. I Googled how many Americans are murdered in the US every year. Over 20,000. Where are you safer, people? Oh my God, get this out of your head that Mexico is a dangerous place. You guys should be running for Mexico. Both Canada and the United States. So, get that out of your head. Cabo's super safe. It's on a peninsula. It's very isolated. There's only one way. There's one highway in and one highway out. And it's too far from the mainland. You couldn't get anywhere in a boat quick enough to even hit the mainland. It's like 1,000 miles across that bay, Bay of California. You guys, entertainment. There's so much entertainment in Cabo. You're always entertained. Always. There's shows going on in every single one of these resorts. There's fishing. The fishing is the best in the world. Golf. A lot of these things are expensive that I'm mentioning, but it doesn't need to be expensive. You can, if you have a Razor or a side-by-side, you go up in the mountains. It's free, man. Just pay for gas. If you're living in Cabo, you're going to have some toys. There's kiteboarding, surfing, fishing, skydiving, you name it, we got it. It's an amazing place. The location of Cabo, centrally located in Mexico. You have got 4 hours to Vancouver, British Columbia. You've got 5 hours to Peru, to Lima, Peru. You're in the middle of everything. So if you love traveling, you can even fly to Mexico City, which takes you 45 minutes to an hour. And now you're going to China. You're going to Europe. You're going to France. You're going to Portugal. You're right there. You can go anywhere in the world you want from Mexico City. Not only is that ticket to Mexico City only $50, great location. For me, it was easy for me to get to Canada. So, would I have picked Puerto Vallarta? I could have, but why would I? I don't like being hot and sweaty. Like I said, I love Puerto Vallarta so much. I love going there. It's a lot of fun, but I wouldn't want to live there. I like getting back to Cabo because I want to wear some clothes, like I want to put a shirt on. Not that I want to wear a shirt all the time, but I like to be dry when I'm wearing my clothes. So yeah, it's a wonderful place. You guys will know what I'm talking about. If you've never been to Cabo, you'll know when you come. It's a very special place. Spanish, Cabo San Lucas doesn't require Spanish. Other cities in Mexico do. You guys that have been living in Cabo for 30 years that don't speak any Spanish, you have 10 words, cerveza, baño. Come on, you guys, learn a little bit more. The Mexicans will love it. They love it. And Spanish is very easy to learn. If you know a little bit of French, you put it all together. Piece of cake. They love it. They will respect you much more if you try to speak Spanish to them a little bit, just a little bit, you guys. Come on, a little bit. All right, so homes, affordable. Now, it's the most expensive place in Mexico, but you get what you pay for. You're going to be around like-minded people. You're going to be around wealthy people, people that have money, and not people that are spring breakers and, things like that, like in Tulum. Again, I love Tulum. I love going there. It's beautiful. It's magical. Wouldn't want to live there. Wouldn't want to buy anything there. Bad investment. Bad. There's too much. There's too many. People buy properties in Cabo. They're expensive. Most of them, a lot of people don't want to rent them out. So you have a real opportunity to make some money on an Airbnb in Cabo San Lucas. So think about it, guys. I own a couple of them and I'm killing it. Great opportunity for an investment property. Baja California also has some amazing benefits. You can drive your car down from the U.S. with the U.S. plated tags. There's absolutely no problem. Anywhere else in Mexico, you have to pre-order permits, which only last 6 months. You got to drive that car back after the permit, or you got to apply for another permit, and it's not easy to do. It's a pain in the ass, and it's expensive. Baja California is the only state in all of Mexico that you are free to drive your car up and down that Baja Peninsula whenever you want with your American plates and your American insurance, and keep it down in Baja California permanently. Not only that, we have importing benefits where if you're importing into Baja California, you don't have to pay certain taxes, but only in Baja California. The rest of Mexico are going to pay all the shitty taxes, So today I'm wearing my Canada shirt. Love Canada, love you guys, but I'm sorry, I'm never moving back to Canada. There's too many rules, too much shit, bureaucracy, all that stuff. Mexico and Cabo San Lucas is laid back. People are there to have a nice time, not to just be bogged down with rules like, I don't want to say it, but, not being able to drink and drive. No, I'm not saying that. But if you have a beer, everybody wants to be able to drive home after a beer. I don't think anybody's going to argue with me that after one beer, you're impaired. In Canada, you are. So if you, want to drive your car home after having a beer with your friends and some food, you're running a risk, man. You can't drive your side-by-sides on the road. You can't drive your motorcycle on the road unless it's permitted. There's so many rules, man. COVID. It was so much freer in Mexico and Cabo San Lucas around COVID time. We were, pretty much, free to do whatever we wanted. A lot of people were staying home, but, I love rules. You got to have them, of course. Don't get me wrong, society and everybody. Don't hate me for saying that. But the rules are just really, really strict and suffocating where I come from anyway. So, guys, if you have any questions about Cabo San Lucas, give me a call, send me an email. I'm going to put my information down here. Make sure you follow me for more tips and tricks on Cabo San Lucas and in Mexico. Love to hear your comments, good or bad. Go easy on me, and we'll see you guys soon.